one episode is all it takes for a great show to become a good show. What is up, YouTube? I present to you my first impressions of Fire Force.
They say there's no eternity, so why do we not fight? I tried my best to laugh at it, but all I did was cry. The problem we're inside today could never change its size. We walk our path despite this mortality. We'll protect the source of life until our life burns out.
Alright, anime fans, I have not forgot y'all. Y'all know me. It's your boy, the real MC, the real Super Mario, bringing you another anime first impressions video. And well, Fire Force. I've been searching to see if there's something that can dethrone Vinland Saga as the best show of the season. So far, I have not found that. So now, of course, you know how I do anime videos. I have well, at least the first impression videos. I have a rating system of watch it, shelf it for later, or drop it, which is self-explanatory. We're about to get into that right now. So, Fire Force follows Shinra Kusakabe. He is, of course, you know what I'm saying, he's a young fireman, third generation pyrotechnic, so he controls fire that he projects through his feet. Pretty powerful fire ability, and he works with the fire soldiers, a set of specially trained pyrotechnic firefighters who fight things called infernals, who are essentially people who have spontaneously combusted and turned into fire demons, and they have to kill them. And of course, it's made by Dave Production, the guys who did JoJo, so it looks and sounds amazing. The problem I have with Fire Force, it's not bad, it's a good show. It just could have been a great show, and it just went down in one episode. One episode tarnished the greatness that would have been Fire Force. It would have been one of the biggest shonens I've seen. It would have been up there with like Hero Aka and like, you know, maybe not close to Attack on Titan, but it would have been up there. You know, because the premise is so interesting, because it doesn't put our protagonists against normal antagonists. Alright, because technically they're fighting against normal people. These are regular humans. And any other protagonist, like, you know, like, if this was Hero Aka, these are the people that Deku would be saving. But their situation, they get thrust into this to where they have to be killed by the protagonist. And it's an interesting thing because you're rooting for the protagonist to win this fight, but the fight is not against some uber powerful monster or villain or evil empire. It's against some dude who was just eating his breakfast like 10 minutes ago, just living his life like normal, and now he's a fire demon, and there's nothing outside his control. There's nothing he can do. He just has to die now, and that dynamic is incredible because it puts you in a position like you want to root for the hero, but then you're like, but homie was just living his life, and now he gonna have to die. Like, it's crazy, you know? And they drowned all of that in one episode. Episode 3 made me so mad I can't even remember the title of the episode. I think it was like Firefighter, rookie firefighter games or something like that. Like, it sets up the tournament arc, because you know there's gonna be one in this show probably. So I'm like, okay. I watched episode 3, and first off, they start off with this weird thing about him having to find a dog in a tree. I'm like, okay, that's kind of funny. You got like this uber powerful, you know what I'm saying, fire soldiers, and they're doing like regular Joe Blow fireman stuff. But then they introduce actual antagonists, and I'm like, damn it, like, this is so good. Like, you didn't have to introduce antagonists. One of the best parts of the show was that the bad guys weren't bad people, and it was different than regular shonen. Now it's kind of a regular shonen that just looks really pretty and sounds good and has a kind of interesting story, It's not as interesting as it was before. And then on top of that, they actually introduce a better antagonist in the very next episode. You know. And then, of course, in the same episode, they introduce Fan Service Kun. Don't get me wrong, I like fan service just as much as the next red-blooded American man. Trust me, I like fan service. This freaking channel was built on waifus, okay? So don't come at me about fan service, alright? But this was like Phantom World fan service. Alright, like, oh no, I'm gonna fall down the steps and I'm gonna almost grab your boobie, but no, you're gonna end up sitting on my face. Oh, Phantom World fan service. Come on, Dave Productions. You guys are the masters of making memes. You guys can come up with some really cool fan service. Other than, oh no, I accidentally got a handful of boobie. Oh no, she fell on me and now I got 2 scoops of cheeks. I mean, it's still going to be a watch. Definitely a watch, because the story is still interesting. And I'm a shonen pleb anyway. So, it's a watch. It's just, it could have been so much more. It could have been so much more, man. Well, that's it for this. I got another anime first impressions coming out this week. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.
A single flame to light the dark. I wear it every day, everywhere that I go. There's a dream for peace within my heart, but now it fades every day without any hope. There's a single flame to light the dark. Is this the path you take? 'Cause I don't know where to go.